Okay, sorry, I have a message coming. We will continue for our discussion for data type, okay? So last time
Okay.
we talked about the data type integer, Boolean value, and the string, right? Today I'm going to talk about one thing that is the binary conversion, okay? So let's look at the binary conversion. Now, if I have a number, that number is 13. I want to convert it to binary. So 13 converted to binary, how can I do it?
Mm,
Convert it to binary. How can I do it? So binary is base 2. You know what is base 2?
yeah.
So base 2 is this number right now is base 10. So it is 10 times power 1. Okay, it's a 1 times 10 power raised to 1 plus 3, right? So this one's base 10. So base 2 means it is 13. So 13 would be, let's see, is actually 1101. So it actually is 1 times 2 to a power 3 plus 1 times 2 to a power 2 plus 1 times 1. So the weight is 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 1, and 2 to the power 2, and 2 to the power 1 is 0. 2 to the power 0 is 1. So this is the binary representation for 13. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So this is the 13. So now let's talk about how to convert this 13 to binary. So step number 1 is that you want to convert 13 to binary, you divide by 2. So after you divide by 2, what do you get?
Like
13 divided by
6.5.
6 remainder 1, right? You actually
Yeah.
have the 13 divided by 2, you have 6, it's 12 remainder 1. So put the quotient here, put the remainder here, okay? So this one actually so far you got 6 remainder 1 after you divide by 13. Now you actually draw another line over here. Now you divide 6 by 2. What do you get? So 13 is equal to 6 times 2 plus 1. Okay. Now 6 is divided by 2. Well, how much is it?
Um,
6 divided by 2, how much it is?
3.
3 remainder
0.
0. Okay, so 6 equals 3 times 2 plus 0. Okay. Now 3 divided by 2, how much is it?
1 and then
Remainder 1. So actually
yeah.
3 equals 2 times 1 plus 1. So after that, after you finish this, you actually do this. You read from here to here. It's 1101. Read from here to here. This one, this one, this one, this one. You get this. That is the binary number for 13. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Let me take a picture. So this one, you must remember it, okay? You must remember it. This one, when you do AP exam, you will test on this conversion to binary. So now on the let's do another number. So this time you do it, okay? Let's assume that we have a number of 45. Convert it to binary, you calculate for me. using the pencil and paper on your side. So write down the binary number, put it into the checkbox right here. Is that okay? Is that okay? You use your pencil and paper, and then do hand calculation. Say 45 divided by 2. You got 22 remainder 1, and something like that. Keep doing that until finally you get the number. Okay? So to do that, I want you to exercise on it for yourself. Because this one in AP exam, you will test it. You will test you. Okay? I need to prepare you for the AP exam as well. This one is a must test item. Every year, maybe 2 to 3 problems on this. So must get it done. So after you finish, you put it in the checkbox. You know the checkbox.
Yeah.
Must exercise by yourself. Okay. I'm just trying to give you the idea of how to do it. Are you okay so far? Hmm?
Yeah,
You're done?
I got 101101.
Okay, let's try another number. Now try another number, try 57. After you finish, put in the checkbox, okay?
Okay.
Give you more exercises. You're done? Okay, you have 100111, okay? Let's try it. So divide by 2, you got
28, and then remainder is
28
1.
remainder 1. Divide by 2, you got 14 remainder 0. Divide by 2, you got 7 remainder 0. So 7 is 111. Okay, 7, you don't need to do that. So it actually is 111001. Okay. So okay, you got it right. That's actually correct. Okay. Now if we want to do the opposite, then let's assume that you have 1010. You want to convert it to decimal. So now it's base 2. You want to go back to base 10. So this one you will times 1 times 2 times 4 times 8. This is 2 to the power 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So you times that and then you sum together. This one is 0 plus 2 plus 0 plus 8. So this number is 10. It's a decimal 10. It's 1010 is decimal 10. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, now let you try one number. Tell me which number it is. So how about if I have 110011? What is this number? What is this number? This also is tested in AP, okay? So you must know it. Conversion from decimal to binary, binary to decimal. How much is it?
27.
No, it's not 27. This one is 1, this one is 2, this one is 4, this one is 8, 2 to the power 3, this one probably is 16, this one is 32. So you sum them together is 32 plus 16 plus 2 plus 1. How much is it? Is equal to 51. This time this time this time this. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Give you one more number. Give you one more number, okay? Let me erase them. So how about 1011 0101? Are you okay?
Um,
Any question?
I'm still doing it.
Are you okay?
I'm not sure what to do for the zeros, because,
0, you just times 0. Times 0, you got 0.
but
So this
I
one you
still
have
feel like my
1.
answer is
This one is
wrong.
1. This is 2 to the power 0 is 1. This is 2. This one's 4. This one's 8. This one's 16. This one's 32. This one's 64. This one 128. So you time this one, you sum together, you have 1 plus 4 plus 16 plus 32 plus 128. So how much this one is? You have to write down like this. I'm a little bit ugly, but you have to figure it out. Do you understand this one? The one that I'm showing?
Yeah.
Okay. These different numbers are, each different number are 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 5, 2 to the power 6, 2 to the power 7. So you must remember all of the 2 to the power n from 1 to 16. All the number you need to remember, otherwise you cannot make it.
$181.
181. So this one, this part, this is the second part, you got 53. So you have 128 plus 53. Yeah, it is 181. Okay, correct. So be careful. Okay, this kind of problem they will test you. Now next one, if you want to convert base 10 to base 16, so let's do 57 again. 57 divided by 16, how much it is? You divide 57 by 16, how much you get?
Like around 3 point.
No, you don't get point. You just say this. So it's a 3 remainder 9. Right here, we don't need a decimal point. We just need a remainder. So it's a 3 9. It's a 3 times 10 to the power 16 part to the power 1 plus 9. This is 57. Is that okay so far? Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So this one, if you convert it binary, this is 3 is 0, 0, 1, 1. This 9 is 1, 0, 0, 1. So this is also 57's binary number. If you every number in hexadecimal, you convert it to binary. It's 4-digit there. Okay. This one you also need to remember how to convert from decimal to the hexadecimal basis 15. Okay, let me give you another number for you to try. How about trying 79? Tell me what hexadecimal number is in 79. This one usually when you convert to the base 16s, it's because you want to convert the color. Color 0 to 255, you need to convert it to 0, 0 to FF. This is usually where you use the hexadecimal. Okay?
Okay.
So tell me how much it is in hexadecimal for 79. You divide by 16, how much you get?
Oh, for remainder, 15.
15. What is the 15 in base 16? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, A, B, C, D, E, F. So 15 is F. So this one 14 is 4F. Are you sure it's 4F? I don't think it's a 4F. Oh yeah, it's a 4F, yes. It's a 15, remainder 15. So you need to do the same thing, divide by 16, and then convert anything more than 10 by A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay? Is that
Okay.
okay?
Yeah.
Give you another number. You have to try, okay? You have to keep trying until you really can do it by yourself. You cannot just listen. One more number. Try 113. You have to use paper and paper quickly doing calculation. You can do this. You can just put it aside. Do 113 by 16 and do divider here. After you finish, put it back to here. Okay?
Okay.
You don't need to just do mental calculation. It's too hard for you. This part is very important for AP's exam. You may see converting to binary convert to decimal, and then hexadecimal to binary, hexadecimal to decimal to hexadecimal. These are the things that you need to learn very quickly. Okay.
7 remainder. 1.
7 remainder 1. So 7 times 16. Let's do 7 times 16. 16 times 7 is 42. It says 112. Yeah, it's actually 71. Yes. Okay. Okay, good job. Okay, try later with different number, 2-digit, 3-digit number by yourself. Okay. You can give yourself a number like 251 and then try to convert. Okay. Any of the number you can try to convert it. Okay. Later you can practice yourself. Okay, anyway, that actually is the conversion of a binary number to decimal to hexadecimal. Okay, we finished that. So let's go back to the last time. We actually finished the so-called data type, and we work on the operators last time. So today we are going to look at which one we actually, last time we finished these logical operators. Okay, so we are going to look at the variables. So first thing, you need to declare a variable, and then you need to initialize it, and then you need to do assignment. So basically this one means declaration is that you declare var a equals 3. This is initial value. Sometimes you do initially 0. And assignment later you assign 1 to a. So this is declaration, initialization. Initialization means you assign an initial value, maybe 0, maybe null to it. And then assignment is assign new number to it. Okay, so these are 3 steps for a variable. So var x equals 5, var xy equals 6, var z equals x plus y. Okay, let's go back to our programming part. So here we want to have let's assume that we want to get a number. So today we are going to create a copen. We are going to do programming now to get available input. Okay. Create a pen. So this pen, I'm going to call it the Vienna 5. Okay. So
Okay.
last time we do have a button. So we work on a button many times. So button is similar to button in code.org, okay? But it's okay. I'm trying to create a new pen. How come it's done? Okay, it comes. So this is a new button. I'm going to call it Vienna 5. Okay, and subname input. So it's for input system. So first one I'm going to get is, I'm just going to get the input box. So input box, I have no idea how to build input box. So by doing this, I'm going to using the input from, I'm going to copy from somewhere else because I forget about the format. Okay, so let me use the HTML input tag. So right here, you do have the label input. So then let's copy the label input to get in. Okay, that's what we want to have. I will make it easier for you. We already teach you the input box before, but right here, I'm going to teach you another version. So I'm going to go back to Copan. So I'm going to pass it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to copy, go back to Copan, and I'm going to pass it. So basically, these are two parts. One is a label. Label, actually, let's call it, just call it X. Okay. And then we have an input box. Input box input is text. ID is, let's call it, just call it X. Name, let's also call it capital X. Is that okay so far? Just to make it easy. Okay, so you do get the X box right here. Okay. One thing I want to do is to unchanged. Okay, this one, let's call it update function. So that's don't have a background color. I don't care about CSS right now. I just have a update. Okay, so right here, I'm going to declare a variable x equals 0. This one is declaration. And initialize to 0. Is that okay so far? So now you have a variable called x, but its value is 0. But now we want to, when here you have a change on here, you will update this x. Is that okay? Hello, is that okay?
Yeah.
So now you want to do that. So you actually would do this. You would do update function. So this update function, what you would do, okay, I forget the function, but you need to type a function update. So when you do update, first thing you want to do is call variable x obj, x object, okay, equals document dot get element by what? This one I don't not by ID, by name. Okay, by name and by ID is the same, but I'm going to get it by name, and the name is x. So by doing that, I get the object of this input box object. Okay, I get the input box object. So this input box object's value, I'm going to assign it to a value. So I'm going to declare variable x string equal to x object dot value. Its value will be update to xs. And then the xs is a string. So I'm going to update x equal to parse integer of your xs. That will be your x. Then I'm going to write out my my x. So I'm going to here I'm going to put a something called panel. Okay, let me put the initial value of 0 over there, and I'm closing panel right here. Okay, so over here, I'm going to put another one. I'm going to put a BR or line breaker. Okay, so what I get is right here, I have a label for X, input box right here. And then I have a panel. This panel is a 0 right there. Okay. So now I want to, when I have an update, I calculate the X, I get the X that is a integer. So now after I get an integer, then I'm going to write it to the panel. So I'm going to do variable, okay, panel equals document that get element by ID. So ID is this panel's ID. This panel ID is capital panel. Okay, so that is this paragraph right here. This paragraph right here is called the panel. And then this panel will get updated. So it will have panel but inner HTML equals the X plus. BR. BR is a change line mark. So that's a string that this one we do save. Okay, let's try. So right now, unchanged, you will run update. So let's do this. Let's put a 10 over here. And then when I hit return, it has an unchanged. Okay, hit return, it has unchanged. After unchanged, the update should be wrong. Let's see what happened. So here, let's have a 10. Get element by name is not a function. Let me see. Get element by name. That's not a function. Let me see. Get element by name. Oh, there's a S. There's a S. Oh, there's a S. I don't like S. Okay, I don't like S. I'm sorry. I don't like S. So let's do this. Let's change. Okay, I don't like S. Doesn't work that well. So let's don't do take element by S. Let's get element by ID. ID is easier. ID just don't have the S. So let's have this one. This time, let me just save it again. Enter 10. Okay, it got updated to 10. Is that okay? So this one,
Yeah.
you have a input from the input box. You read in it as a string of the 10, and the string of the 10 convert it to an integer called X, and X is a global variable right here. And then you write this X to the panel right here. Okay. So this one is a function of getting the input and type it out. Okay, it's, we work on the variable, so that's the variable that we actually first have. So far, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we got that, and then we want to convert their variable name that you can use. So all variable name would be XY, this kind of variable, and it can contain later digit, underscore, and dollar sign. Okay, if $sign is okay, but you must be later digit underscore. So it's underscore data ABC and digit 1, 2, 3. Okay, these are the legal name, but you cannot have the 1A. That's not okay. The leading letter must be letters. Okay, letter or underline is okay, but not numbers. You cannot start with the numbers. Okay, so that's part, and these are reserved words. Reserved word means that they have syntactical meaning. So like bar already been used, so you cannot say available name is bar and bar equals 3. This is not okay. Or you do else equals 4. That's not okay. That's not available name. You cannot use that. Okay. So these are something that you cannot use. Declare variable, okay, declare variable is declare variable. You can declare variable and then get a number. Okay, so we do that. And sometimes if you don't have the value, it will be undefined. Okay, it will equals to undefined. So, and sometimes a value can be null. Null means a value that you predefine, but it's null, has no value. Okay, so there's an undefined, there's no value. So let's look at what is undefined. So undefined means if you don't get anything, okay, it's undefined. So let's try another one. Okay, let's actually create another pen. So this one, let's call it Vienna 6. Let's deal with the strings. Okay, this time we are going to print now. Okay, we are going to print now. Print out something. So we are going to print out something, but we still want to have the input box. So let's actually get the input one more time. But this time I'm not going to get I'm not going to get what? Okay. So this time is label, and here I actually change it to string. Okay, and this one for string, and then the ID is string. The name is string. Okay, so you get a text, and then you will actually do it. So here again we do unchanged. We will have update. Okay. Then I changed my name. I would like to call it a name. Okay, let's assume that we are going to input a name to the variable. Okay, so we don't care about background color. We have no idea what it is. So here variable name will be equal empty string. Okay, no problem. Then you need to have a function called update. And this update, you will first you will get the n object equals to document get element by ID, and this ID is name. Okay, you actually get ID. So that is this input box. So when you change, you had an n box. So now you would actually update your name would be equal to a part. You don't need to do parsing, but your an object value that will be a string value will be assigned to name. After that, you are going to print out to a panel. So here, let's create a panel. Before we create a panel, let's put a HR there, horizontal line. So there is a horizontal line, and then we are going to create a panel, and then the ID equals panel. Okay. And here we call it message. Okay, so message panel. So as I type in, the scenes are updating right here, okay? Now we get a name and we want to print out the name. So we do say variable, okay, panel equal document that get element by ID of the panel. This is getting the object from the HTML page. Okay, we got a panel and then the panel that inner HTML equal to your name plus BR. BR is, this needs to be a string, so. And before we do that, we will press another one. We'll do hello, comma plus name. Okay, before we change the line, let's put the exclamation mark in there. So that's a save, and then let's do it. So here, let's do Vienna. Return. Something wrong. Something wrong means it doesn't happen. Let's save. Vienna, it return something wrong. Something wrong, check console. That's actually, okay. Embedded unexpected token, uncalled token, something wrong. Okay, syntax error. There's a somewhere there's a syntax error. Let me see which one has a syntax error. There's one syntax error in my program. There's one syntax error. It doesn't say any line here. Let's see. Let me comment out this whole thing. Save. That's clear. Let's see if we still have the error. Let's enter 10. Let's see. So there's a reference error. Update is not defined. Update is not defined. Okay, right here, update is not defined. So let me take out update. So let's give them an update. And then right here, this one, let's get you commented down. Okay. I'm not sure where is the syntax error, but at the moment I keep the update. So let me clear. No message. Let's try again 10. So right here, nothing happened. Okay, nothing happened means that the update is called. So let's do alert. Okay, then alert your number 10. Okay. So let's see, save and 10. Okay, it's okay. So 10, alert 10, okay. So now let's do one more. Let's take out the N object and read in the string. Okay, so right here, that's alert. Name, if the name is read in correctly. Okay, so right now let's do, let's check in the N, hit return. So the N got get out, okay, that's one more time. Let's do it one more time. So save, and then and then now let's do one more time. It doesn't happen anymore. Let's actually refresh it. Okay, save. Let's do 10. Let's do Liena. Okay, Liena is okay. it actually get out to the alerts. So far, up to Liena is okay. So next one, we have variable panel. And the variable panel has the document that get element by ID of the panel. Its ID is panel. That should be correct. Let's try one more time. So right here, let's actually do the end. The alert part is okay. And then after that, your panel do nothing that's correct. Now let's actually open the last one. Oh, here it has a double quote. That's where it go wrong. You see, here you have two double quote. That's where it go wrong. I'm sorry. One more time, okay? So now I found the error. So now let's type in the end now. Okay, it's actually had the hello Liena right here. So this alert is not necessary. Let's comment it out. Okay. And then let's try. So I show you the debugging process. Is okay? How I found the
Yeah.
error. The error is here. I have a two double quote that created trouble. I did not see it last time, but eventually I debug it by commenting out some portion and then open it again and then commenting out some portion again. So here we actually read in a string and demonstrate a string to the panel. Okay, like that, okay? So now let's have a break for 5 minutes, come back on 8:50, okay? We are going to continue later. But right now that has a break because we have enough input parts, okay? Come back later. Hi, Liana, how are you?
Hello.
So around every hour, we will give you a break, okay? So don't be too tired. So
Okay.
anyway, we actually try to give you the read-in for the available and also for with some available and also some string, okay? So we can enter a name. Now let's actually work on the function. So right here, let's have another function. So right here, we do have a function called update. Right, so this update's purpose is to update when your name has some change. So right here, that has another function. This function is the print line. Print ln. Let me define this print ln one more time. So your print ln, you may have some on the message. Okay, and this message you are going to print to panel. Okay, so that's when you have some message you are going to print to the panel. Okay, so now what you would do is actually you would do this, you would do this, you would do if message not equals undefined. So there are two parts. It may be equal undefined or equal defined, undefined. So that's when it's equal undefined. So you got the undefined means that you don't have message. You don't have message, you only have the panel. Then what will happen is your panel that inner HTML will plus equals a new change line mark. Okay. Otherwise you have the message, then your panel okay, that inner HTML will plus equal your message plus BR. Okay, so this function is very simple, just to print out your message with a change line mark, or you just do print line and then don't do anything. Okay, so these are what we have so far. So right here, after you print out your name, hello name to BR, you do print line on your panel with name. Let's do this. Let's do print line on the panel and nothing, and print line on the panel with name, and then print line on the panel with nothing, and print line on the line with nothing, and the print line on the panel with panel, and then with plus plus plus. Okay, let's save it, and let's put the Liena right here. So you got a hello Liena. After that, you do print line with panel. So this is a function print line panel message. This is something wrong. Let's see, something wrong. Inner HTML cannot read the property undefined within HTML. Type error cannot read property of undefined. Cannot read the property undefined. Let me see something wrong. There's something called undefined. So this one doesn't work here, okay? It doesn't work here. Let's put the panel to be outside. Let's put the panel right here. And then here, let's delete the panel. Okay, let's see this one. Let's see console. Unexpected token times. Unexpected for token times. Where is the token times? Where token start? And then inner HTML uncaught error cannot read property or undefined in inner property. Oh, this one is lowercase. That is wrong. And then there's undefined, there's a star. Where is the star? Okay, let's see. Clear. One more time. Here, now. Okay, now get it. Okay. So basically, right here, you actually Vienna, and then there's you got a message. So message, then right here we write the panel. So let's delete the panel. Panel is the object, so let's delete the panel. Okay, we don't need the panel. Let's actually delete the panel. Just some print, nothing, and print name. Okay, let's actually save it one more time. Let's actually print the Vienna. So you see the result is the Vienna. Okay, let's see here. First one, okay. First one is you print now the hello Vienna. Okay, let's do one more time. So it's a hello Vienna. That's actually is this one is a hello Vienna. Then it's an empty line. This is empty line right here. And then the print name, so name is printed here. And then print nothing is empty line, empty line. And then last one is plus, plus, plus. Okay. That happened because when you do not put anything right there, then the variable message is undefined. So the variable message is undefined. So in that case, your if statement got an undefined. So in that case, you just print a change line mark. So it automatically change one line. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So if there is some variable for the message, you put the message like Yenna, the name, and then change line. Okay, so this one is this one. So depending on whether you have message there or not. Okay, I'm just showing you how to use the undefined. Undefined means that you usually you have a function, f function, and then x variable. Okay, so if you call f1, then 1 will be passed to x. But if you just do f and then nothing, then this x is equal to undefined. Is that okay? Function you pass no variable to it is an undefined function. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Undefined means I don't have nothing, but it will still work. In Python, it's called none. Okay. In Python, it's called none, but this one is the variable or undefined. Null value is a no value for objects. Okay, so the two has slightly different. Now, next one, you need to know about the type conversion to string to integer, integer to string. This one, we talked about it already, so you can convert it to number using the number function, convert it to string using string function, or you can convert to integer by parse int, okay? Or convert it to double value by parse double. So we talked about it before. We will show you later in examples, okay? So this portion right here, okay. Okay, to Boolean, you can also change it to Boolean value, okay? 1 means true, 0 means false. Now the I/O part, we already show you 3 I/O part. You can use the input box. You can use using prompt, okay? This is the I/O part. The output you have 3, you can do console.log, you can do document.write, you can use inner HTML change, or you can use alert. There are 4 different ways to do output. So those part, I think we demonstrated before. So now here there's a change program. We don't do change today. Today we are going to do another things. Now let's do Vienna number 7. We are going to give you another example. This one is called Vienna 7. This one we call it binary. because we want to convert a number to binary. Okay. Again, we are going to get the input box. So I'm going to copy this one. I never remember it. Okay. So every time I may want to just copy from this website. So let me get it here. So here, this one, let's call it bin. Okay, call it bin. Binary, so call it bin. So here, let's actually input decimal. Okay, let's call it deck. Okay, don't call it bin, it's a decimal. So this one, let's call it deck. The ID is deck, the name is also deck. Okay, so you have a decimal value right here and unchanged. So when you do the change of the value, you will call the update function. Okay, no problem, that's the same. Now you will have a variable, okay, called x. Let's set it to be 0. That's initial value 0. Okay. Now you want to update. So do function update. Okay. Now the first thing you want to do update is you to define a variable decimal object. So object that document that get element by ID of the deck. Okay, now you want to convert it to, you want to get the value and convert it to the number. So x will be equal to parse integer of your object's value. So it is a string, you convert it to integer. So you got an integer. So x is an integer. Now you want to write it to the string. So right here, we are going to put another line mark HR for extra line. Then you would like to, again, using the panel. Okay, so this panel right now, here I'm going to write it down as decimal. Okay, this is decimal. Okay. Now, when you update, you will write more thing to the decimal. So right here, you will have a function for function. So you would have you will actually do variable, okay, panel equals document that get element by ID of the panel. Okay, so this one is to set up the panel to the ID. Okay. Now you want to actually write to the panel. Okay. You want to write to the panel. So now you get a value, and then here, let's do this. Let's do, okay, let's do this. Let's do, we will update it. We will update it. Let's actually first get the panel, the inner HTML to be equal to empty value. Okay. Now we want to have a function. Okay, print line, the same as the previous one. So if here you have a message called MSG. Okay. So if MSG equals undefined, then you will do panel.inner HTML plus equals change line mark. Okay, otherwise, panel.inner HTML will plus equal to message. Yes. BR. Okay, so this function is the same as before. Now we get the decimal value, so we want to print out the decimal value. So we say we reset the panel, and then we say panel that in actually we will do green line of the value of decimal plus your x plus. Okay, that's it. Now let's try. Okay, let's try up to here. So that's input 10. Something wrong. Let's see. Something wrong is document. Okay, I have a typo. One more time. Okay, that's I type it error. Another error. Message is undefined. So here is non-MSG, is MSG. Okay, MSG. One more time. So there's still message error. Let's clear it one more time. Let's do it. Look at the console. Unexpected token right parentheses. Where I have unexpected token right parentheses. Oh, here it should be double equal sign. One more time. Okay, so now you actually print out decimal 10. But this one I'm missing a space and colon. One more time. Okay, it's decimal 10. Now, so this decimal is okay. Now, next one, I'm going to convert a number to a binary string. Okay, so let's write a function to binary. So let's have, since I have a number n, I want to convert it to binary. Okay. So I have a function, I want to convert it to binary. I got a number n, I want to convert it to binary. So this n, what I will do is actually do this. I will do n, let's assume this is 13, I'll divide by 2, and then get number, and then divide by 2, and then get number, and divide by 2. Okay, so what I will do is actually, I have a variable s equals empty string. Okay, now what I want to have is while n greater than 0, then I would have a variable digit equal to n multiplied by 3. So its remainder, okay, its remainder is getting the remainder. And then the remainder and s, your new number will be, s will be equal to p plus s. And then n divided equal to, at the end, you return your s. That's it. So here we will do this, we will do print line binary plus to binary of the x. Let's save. This time let's try 13. Oh, a lot of garbage there. Let's see. Binary actually come out with some garbage. Something wrong, okay, something wrong. While n greater than 0, d equals d, let's do it. Okay, convert it to string. Let's see one more time. and you got a garbage. Two binary. Okay, let's see this. This function doesn't work. N divided by 2. Oh, this one doesn't work. So let's do this. N equals, you will convert to integer. So to integer. Let's do it. JavaScript. Okay, it's called wrong. It's called, the function is called floor function. Okay, let's use the floor function. Okay, I know what's wrong for it. So here you will do n equals floor function of n divided by 2. Okay. JavaScript. Okay, there's a messed up row. That's not just row, it's called messed up row. Okay, one more time, let's do it. Okay, it converted to binary now. Let's try 13. Let's try 57. Is the number the same as your conversion now? Hello? Is that okay? So let's look at the algorithm to binary. So this to binary, let's assume that let's read this function. So you got a number, let's assume right now you got a number of 57 here. So 57 come into here, you divide by 2. Okay, you've got 26, 28, remainder 1, right? So when you do modular 2, this d equals 1. That's this one right here. Is okay?
Yeah.
And then this number is the n divided by 2 with the floor. Why you need a floor? Because when you divide by 2, 57 divided by 2 will be 28.5. So this n divided by 2 is 28.5. And we got messed up floor. Floor means that we will take out of the fractional part. So this 0.5 will be taken out. So this is the just getting the integer part, quotient part. Is that okay? So that's the value right here. This one is your new n. So your new n will go to next iteration to run it. Your new n will go to the next iteration to run it. So next time, the first time you have n equal 57. Second time, your number divided by 2, it becomes 28. So this 28, go back to loop right here. It would be divided by 2 and remainder 0. And then your floor number now divided by 2 is 14. So this one you got a 0. 0 is your new number. New number plus as previous one's 1, so you become 0, 1 now. Is that okay? And then 14 divided by 2, you got 0, you got 7 remainder 0, so you add another 0 in front. So every time you put a new digit in front of the previous ones. Okay? So doing this, you can convert the number from decimal to binary. Okay, so let's try 79. You will also convert the decimal to binary. This one I just showing you how to convert a decimal value to binary using the function we talked about today. Is that okay so far? So today we exercise a lot of input, print now, input, print now, input, print now, input, update available, print now. And then now we exercise to convert the decimal to binary values, okay? So that part, I think, okay, this is the Java IO we want to show. So this one is done. Unload, we talked about it before, so no unload. There are a lot of built-in functions called master_run, the master_flow, master_random. These are default value. Master_flow will cut out all the fractional part. Master_run would run it to 5.5. If you are 4.0, you will run it to 5, okay? But the one that we are using is taking out all the fractional part because we just want the quotient. Quotient is the no fractional part, so it's messed up row. It's not messed up wrong. Okay, and the maximum, minimum, and random function, this I think it's okay. You know it. So there are tons of the function, built-in function that you can use. Okay, so we would tell you what to do later. Okay, but so far just knowing that there are tons of the library that you can use. Usually, what we would teach you is the capital at car code at, okay, last index of these are important string functions that you need to work on. The math function, I think math function, the important part is the one that we actually talk about here. The rounding, the square root, the maximum, the minimum, the floor, the random number. These are the number we may need to use. So here, this slices have a separate standard function view. Okay, so we finish this chapter. Okay, we finish this chapter now. Let's work on the next chapter. So it's a program structure now. Today we are going to finish this program structure part because this part I don't want to spend too much time. You already have the Python, so we don't need to spend too much time on here. So right here, you do have a program structure of the conditional and logic. Okay, I think this part is using an else, if and else. Okay, so if and else, if something happen, you do something. If not, you don't do something. Okay, this one I think you are okay so far. Are you okay, right? You are okay, right? For the condition.
Yeah.
Okay, so this part is okay. And last time we do exercise the getting the age and then compare is adult, senior, or child. Okay, that one I think we get it already. So this portion we don't want to spend too much time. We need to move on faster. Then else if you can have a second else if it's condition using else if. So this one I think is okay. Switch, okay. Switch you can have a value and then checking different conditions. If it happen, you do this part. If not, you try this part. And if it happen, you do this part. If not, you try the default part. Okay, this is called switch. A typical way of the switch is you have the grade. Okay. So if your grade, you will actually, if your grade equals A, you write a good job. And then if it actually is B, you would write pretty good. Okay, this is what the switch is doing. I think this one okay, so we probably not going to spend too much time. This one, let's see, switch.html. I will try to get an example and run it for you, but I'm not going to rewrite it. Okay, it takes too much time. So I'm going to go to the web design. Let me try to get the code. Okay, development. Let me go to the JavaScript course. And then it's the data type conditionals. Oh, it's called switch. I will open this one. Open this one. Open this one. Open with Visual Studio Code. So this one is you actually would prompt get your code. Prompt is using the alert box to get your grade, and you enter A, B, C, D, F, and then it will give you the comments. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's actually wrong it. So you put it here. So let's try B. Okay, and it was print out pretty good. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
I'm just showing you how this one works, how switch work, okay? But I'm not going to spend time to rewrite this program. It takes too much time, number one. Number two, it's actually not important in AP. So too much. This one too much, not AP important topic. Okay, so here we have conditional operator. This one I think we'll bypass. And the next one, you have a loop. You have while loop and for loop. Okay, I think this part you know it already. So this part we probably will give you some example later, but that right now we're not going to write new more programs. So input you have input alert, convert, and from. Okay, we know that. Break level. So break level is you can break the function if you break the whole loop if you actually using break. Okay, if you using break. Let's see. Let's try another one. Let's try another example for this break. I just want to show you the break. Okay, let's see what we would do. Break. No, this one is not equal, not easy to show an example right now. Okay, let's actually bypass it. Okay, we'll talk about it later. Break and continue, we'll talk about it later. Okay, when we need it. I try not to go to the very difficult part. Okay, next one is the function. You need to know about a function. A function is something you can call. So if you here, you do not put the name over here, then it's called a anonymous function. That is a function, but no name. Okay, it's a function, but no name. But usually here, you should put a function name F. Okay, so in the JavaScript program, you may write several functions to call. Okay, just like we have a two binary function today to convert a number to binary. Okay. And then for the function, you may have several parameters. Those parameters usually like your draw graph, see graph, you may want it to be bigger or small, so you have the size. And then you may have a turn right, turn left, so there's an angle you want to turn. So those are called parameters, something that you can change to update the value of the function. Okay, so this is draw cat we show you before. You will have a for loop to draw the cat face for 5 times. Okay, so using the for loop, I think we showed you before. And the function may have multiple arguments. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's do this. Now I'm going to give you an example to summarize for the topic today. So I'm going to go to the Vienna. Okay. So this one I'm going to create another one. this one is called Vienna 8. Let's call it leap year. Okay. So now you want to enter a year. So that's we still need to input box. So let's copy this one more time. Okay. Aliena, are you okay so far? Are you okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to change this one to year. Okay, we are going to type in a number called year. Okay, so you change this different ID and name to year. Okay, so you do have a year. And besides that, we also want to have a HR. We also want to have a panel. Okay, set up similarly. Okay, and then we have message pet. Okay, set up the whole environment just like before. So right here, this year, I want to have capital on the label. Okay, but anyway, we set up the same thing. So now we are going to do variable year equals 0. Okay, variable panel equals document dot get element by ID of the panel. This one is the same as previous one, so we don't have any difference. Okay, and that's a save. I want to copy the print line function from previous one. I don't want to rewrite it. So let me go to the number 7 and let me actually copy this print line function. Okay, I'm going to cheat. So come back to number 8. So I'm going to paste my print line function over here. Okay, that's actually okay. Now I have the here I unchanged. I will also run the function of the update. Okay, update. Now going back to the function. So I need to create a function for update. Okay, so in this update function, first one, I would create an object called v object equal to document that get element by ID of your year. Okay, this one's the v year object. Let's call it y object, not v object. Okay, let's call y object. So your year would be parse integer of the y object, the value. Is okay?
Yeah.
So far, okay?
Yeah.
So far, we will get this. Now we get the value. Now we want to print it. So let's do print line of the year and then plus year. Okay, that's it. Let's do it. Let's save. Let's do 2025. Go. Something wrong. Something wrong again. Every time I hate to do it. Unexpected end of the input. Unexpected parenthesis. Where it went wrong, let's see. Year equals the panel equal document that get element by ID parenthesis. And this function, we got it. Unexpected end of input. Let's check our design right here. Here, you don't have the N right here. Okay, sorry. One more time. 2025. Get element by that is not a function. document element missing E. Okay, missing E. Missing E here, missing E. You see, there are some error you have to debug it before you can run. So 2025. Oh. Okay, now here is a message pad year here. So before we do that, let's clean the page. To clean the page, before you do print year, let's do panel that inner HTML equals empty. Okay, let's do it one more time. Save and 2025. You print out the year 2025. Okay, that part is done now. So far, we just input the year number and then print it. Now, next one, we want to check if a function is leap year of the year one. Okay, so Liana, how to calculate if a year is a leap year or not? If I give you a year Y, how can you determine it's a leap year or not? Okay, so this is the equation to calculate whether it is a leap year or not. Okay, so number one, if the year is a multiple of 400, it is a leap year. Okay, if it is a multiple of 100, but not multiple of 400, then it is not a leap year. And then it is multiple of 4, that is the leap year. Okay. So here you will do this, you will do print line. You print out it is a leap year, okay? Else, you print line, it is not a leap year. One more time, let's do 2025. Please, let's see. Let's do 2025, hit return. It is not a leap year. The 2000, it is a leap year. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So this example, we show you the use of Boolean. Give the number showing you the year of Boolean. Okay, now we are going to add switch. The function is called zodiac of the year. Okay, so we'll do switch. Let's do variable n equals y. So let's assume that the year, you have the year 2000. is a dragon year. Okay, it's a dragon year. So 2000 divided by 12 is 1, and then 12 here is 80. So it actually should be 6, and then 72, 80, and then 6. It should be equal to 72, remainder 8. Okay, so 2000 is a dragon year. Dragon is 5, and we will use 4. Okay, so 8 to 4, you need to minus 4. So let's do the year minus actually minus 4. You can do minus 4, or you can do plus 8. Okay, plus 8 and minus 4 is the same, because when you do modular by 12, okay, it's the same, because you actually 8, 12 minus 4, that's the same. So you will get a number, you actually minus 4, 2000, you remainder 4, you before remainder 8, but you will be use 4. Okay, so then you do switch. You do switch on your n. Okay, your n is a number. And then case when n equals 0, you return what? You will return a value of this return value should be red. It's a red year. So case 1, return X. Okay. Case 2, return tiger. Okay. Is that okay so far? You know what I'm doing right now?
Yeah.
I'm trying to use a switch statement to give you the Chinese zodiac of the 12 different years. Let me copy it, okay, to make it faster. Now, let's actually do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we finish all of the Vedic years. So then here you may have a default case. Default case means if none of these happen, you return wrong. Okay, good. Now the fourth one is actually rapid year. Then it is dragon. Then is horse, a snake. And then it's a horse. And then it's goat. And then it's monkey. And then it's rooster. And then it's dog. And wait. Okay, and the last one is pig. Okay, so we got when you got the different year, you will calculate the right year for you, and then you will do green line. It is a plus year. And then right here, you should do zodiac of the year. Okay, let's save. Let's do 2000. It is leap year, and it is a dragon year. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So this one is a dragon year. So today we have Vienna. Today we have Vienna 7, Vienna 8, okay? And Vienna 6, Vienna 5. So totally 4 programs after the course, I'm going to convert it to a HTML file and send it to you, okay? And then
Okay.
you should practice to use the code and to rewrite them by yourself, okay? But here I do show you how to calculate a leap year and also how to detect the year, whether it's a rapid year or tiger year. Let's try another one. Let's try 2014. 2014 is a horse year, okay? 2016 is a monkey year. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so we do have the right program to calculate whether it's a leap year or it is what kind of the year every year, okay? So today up to here, I do exercise the input, the logic, the variable, getting the input from the box, printing it to the panel, this kind of the whole thing today. So we pretty much finish the if then else and function today, okay? I give you some example. The next week, we are going to the array and object, okay? Good night then, bye-bye.